Welcome back to the KhunVT podcast. It's been a minute, but we're back. The gang's all here, and we're gonna talk about two things. We're gonna talk about the fruit situation. We're gonna knock that out because honestly, this shit is a can of worms, and it's crazy. But we'll talk about that when we talk about it, and then we're gonna be talking about: Are you ready for your Oshis to graduate? So this is coming off of Amelia Watson basically changing what she's doing in Hollow Live. It's not a graduation, but she is stepping back. But eventually there will be a time where like the people you call Oshi will graduate. And are you ready for that? And do you think you would still support Hollow Live or the people in it? And we're just gonna have that conversation. Honestly, it's just a conversation piece. But without further ado, welcome to my amazing co-host. We got Masashi the Penguin at the very top. Masashi, welcome.
Hello, hello. I'm temporarily a penguin, but I'm a doggo.
Yeah. Normally Masashi is a dog. He's a PNG tuber, but he has this V2 model rigged, and we were like, hey man, just throw on this one. Thank you for coming on to the show. And then we got Chaotic, Mr. Glasses Mask Man. Go ahead, introduce yourself.
Well, as you know, I'm chaotic. Here I am. I'm happy to be back,
Let's go.
somewhat in the flesh. Yeah,
Yeah. And honestly, I had to talk him into it because, bro, it makes it so much easier to have like a person versus person and two PNGs. You know what I'm saying? So I think it adds more engagement with the viewers. So yeah,
a little bit more expressiveness.
100%. So we're gonna go ahead. This video was sent in to the Discord. The shocking truth about VTuber apricot fruit drama. Like we skimmed through this video. I think this video, from what the little that I've seen, it's like more of an interpretation of what has been released. Um, I haven't really followed it, and we're basically talking about it because I got a message talking about, hey, what do you think about it? And I was like, well, I don't have much to say about it until I can see more. I'm pretty sure more stuff is going to come out. But what confused me is because I thought we already had settled the issue in itself, right? I heard about fruit cheating. I don't know if it's confirmed or not, but I heard about this like a year ago in some change. So it's like, bro, like, why are you still talking about this? So it must have gotten crazier and worse. I don't know 100% what's going on, but that's why we got Masashi here. The Penguin is gonna give his takes and his opinions that might get him canceled because these are his takes and his opinions, not mine. We're just having the conversation, not chaotics either. We're just here. All right. So Masashi, chaotic. You start off. What's your opinion on the fruit situation before Masashi goes off and says some crazy shit?
Right. So, I mean, obviously, I haven't read this 90-page document. I don't know exactly what Fruit has said. All I know is she's saying that her husband's abusive and has been, and very manipulative.
Mm,
All of these, I see a lot of hate on her due to like
I'm
the
sure.
allegation of Fruit cheating on her husband
Mm,
while being deployed, I believe.
yeah.
Um, though there's no like real proof of it, it's kind of just 50-50. You either
Mm,
believe it or you don't. Um, all we can go off of is just these receipts, I guess, that are in this document of the conversations between the two.
yeah.
So I don't have like too much to say. Obviously, can't ever agree with abuse. That's a horrible thing, and that's all we have to go off of.
Yeah.
So
It's a he said, she said domestic issue that's been brought to the light. And it's mostly because, like, yeah, Fruit is a public figure, like an online public figure. So, like, her private life is being thrown out here. And honestly, when it comes down to like cheating in like the military and stuff like that, I want to say, unfortunately, it is common. There are several service members and several spouses that cheat on each other whenever the husband or wife goes to get deployed or somebody's back home and then stuff happens. Like Dear John letters are something that's very common as well. So in basic training, when you first get shipped off to the military, like the person, your girlfriend or boyfriend, they'll end up breaking up with you while you're in training because training is like 6 weeks long. So they'll send you a letter saying, "Hey, I love you so much, blah blah blah, but we're done." So this stuff is very common, unfortunately. So when it comes to the conversation of did Fruit cheat while her husband was deployed, I personally say it is possible. I mean, because I've seen it happen. I've seen it when I was deployed, and I've seen people cheat on their spouse, and I can just sit and say, "Damn, that's messed up," right? And then when we get back home, the spouse usually knows because somebody has told them, and then it gets crazy. But when I say it's possible, that doesn't mean that it did happen, right? I don't know Fruit. I don't know who she is. I just know that it is a possibility that it happened. And even though it did happen, I think of course it's messed up. But hearing more of what the allegations in the conversation is when it comes to abuse, it's like if he's abusing her, that's absolutely terrible, right? She's cheating on him, that's absolutely terrible as well. So this could possibly be a case of two people doing terrible things and it's just being brought to the light. But that's also my opinion on the situation. So people wanted to know, there it is. Masashi, he got some crazy stuff to say. So go ahead and let him know, bro.
Okay, so here's the thing, right?
Uh,
I share the opinion of both things are terrible, but we cannot compare. Okay, so here's where I deviate from some people because
this about to
I'm
get
usually
spicy.
the middle.
Uh-huh.
I don't think we can compare cheating with abuse at all.
Why
I
not?
don't.
I'll ask why not. Why not?
Okay, so abuse comes in many forms, right?
Yes.
Mentally, sexually, like it has many forms, right?
Yeah.
So, if I remember correctly from the tidbits that I read,
Mm.
There was, I think, all kinds of abuse on this, apparently,
Mm.
and okay, so getting like S8 and all that stuff like it's even worse than the fact that it's like, oh yeah, she cheated and stuff, because like one is it gives trauma, the other one you can move on eventually, right?
Well, you can move on from both. It's just the degree and damage.
Exactly,
That-
but the one but the one can give trauma. That's what I mean.
I
The other
mean,
one doesn't give trauma.
But you can get trauma from both.
yeah, I was gonna say, like, when it comes to cheating, like, there's definitely people who tend to, after they've been cheating on once, they tend not to really trust their next potential partners because they've been cheated on. I would call that, a form of trauma. But I get what you're trying to say. Like the degrees are different. Like somebody being physically abused versus someone being lied to, and their trust being exploited is on two different degrees. I get what you're trying to say. I'm gonna let you keep cooking, but
Exactly.
keep going.
So that is the thing. So like both sides are in the wrong on their own way, right?
Yeah.
I just think that this is coming from just having one side of the story.
True.
We can agree on that,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. It's coming from her side. I haven't seen anything about his side at all. So yeah.
There is no documented side of the dude story. Okay, so I'm like, I do have my opinion, just having her side, but I would love to know his side. I would love to know his side because obviously this is gonna become a bigger polarizing situation, because there's gonna be the side of the dude that, oh, he got cheated on, and there's gonna be the side of
Fruit
side
side.
of the
Fruit side.
her side, fruit side, that is like the abuse part.
Mm.
So I really want to know his side because I want to have a better opinion. But just based on this, like, yeah, the dude is a piece of shit, right?
Whoa! Allegedly, I don't. Well, you just said we don't have his side, so we can go off these
Yeah.
screenshots for sure. But even if we go off screenshots, there's always going to be a dynamic that we're not privy to because we are the outside looking in. This was their relationship, right? And this is
That's
for
what I mean.
everybody, right? This is their
This is
relationship.
exactly what I mean. Yeah.
Mm,
So this is what I mean. Like just based on this, basically, this is telling me that the dude is bad, right?
uh,
But I need to know his side because there can be way worse things from her
true.
because obviously she's gonna talk about what happened to her on the
Of
bad
course.
stuff
Of course.
has happened to her,
Yeah.
but we don't know what is the bad stuff that happened to him. And this is coming from a dude. I mean, I'm a dude. Obviously, it's like, even though I'm a dude, I will side with, I think, has like the truth. Like, what is the truth? Like, because this is her truth, and the dude is gonna say his truth, but what is the truth? That is, I don't know if there is gonna be someone out, like someone in the middle ground that is gonna tell that, right?
Mm.
Because yeah, like I would love to see that because that would turn everything around, everything.
Well,
But
it's very common when we see stuff like this. It's literally nobody on this planet talks about themselves badly. Nobody is going to paint themselves in a negative light. Every single interaction we have, we think we are doing the best thing possible in our own personal perspective. So yeah, when we get this document about Fruit telling her journey, of course it's going to look like, even if there's some stuff in here that makes Fruit look bad, it's still like she created it. There's not going to be anything super serious in here if she was the actual bad guy, if there was one, right?
yeah,
I think,
there's one thing that is bothering me. That is, I mean, I know that the stuff about cheating has been brought up to her so many times, and is brought up to the light so many times.
mm,
But because everybody she talks is gonna like, hey, well, what about this? What about that?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's
They're gonna bring up the past.
but yeah. My question is, why did she bring up this document? Why? What is the purpose of the document?
Honestly, I
That
have no
is what I
idea.
want to know.
It
This is
just
the
it
thing.
just could
Nobody
be
knows.
it could just be a form of relieving stress by just getting a story, yeah,
Mm,
her personal life, her trauma,
yeah.
and just kind of releasing it and just letting people see. That's just releasing trauma. Same thing as therapy, almost. It's you're talking to someone.
But
I could see
I
that.
mean, bringing it out
It's like
publicly.
it's not going anywhere. You are speaking out about it, which mentally can help you.
You also got to remember she's a public figure, and like people are going to constantly bring up something like, say, imagine Masashi, you stole a car, right? But you didn't steal a car. You were just borrowing it from a friend, and then you brought it back. But all people remember is you taking the car. Eventually, you're gonna be like, "Yo, like I didn't steal it," and then you're gonna eventually say your piece. So I think this is her saying her piece because of so many people saying, "Oh, you cheated, you did this, you did that," and she just wants to let it all
Yeah,
out. But she is a public figure
Exactly.
already, so she doesn't have to release it to the public, right? But I mean, it's in her best. Honestly, I don't know if it's in her best benefit to do it, to be honest. But it's something.
It's probably not the smartest thing because she's a public figure,
Mm,
but then again, it can also can help her just like I said, relieving stress. Even though there might be some backlash about it,
hmm
um,
It
in
but
definitely
her
is.
eyes,
here's the
the
thing.
positives can outweigh the negatives.
But
She's
here's the
already been
thing.
trash talked before this, so
Sure.
Okay, so chaotic, you are like have like more corporate knowledge and stuff, and mostly on this industry and stuff. Do
Uh,
you think like her manager allowed her to do it? Like, would Show allow this to
it
be
would
made
already be
public?
taken down if it wasn't.
True, but I mean, why would
They're okay
Bishoujo
with
allow it?
some things because it would be almost wrong of them not to. It's in the eyes of them, the manager, who's taking care of this talent. They just want to speak out about their trauma. It would, in their eyes, it would be immoral to not allow that.
Okay, that's fair. Okay, that's fair from Bird Gaming. Okay, it was 60p. Uh,
Come to the
like
stream. Link in the description.
doesn't Bishop just doesn't own the talent, but okay, that's fair.
Well, I mean, they
But
don't own them, but like when it
They're
comes to
still on the
managing,
contract.
yeah, when it comes
They're
to
still on a contract.
yeah, when it comes to managing, it's still up to the. It's still in the best interest of the company for her to have not done this in the public. Even though personally this is good for her, for the brand of V Shoujo, it does make them look a certain type of way. Like when you look at it, it says Fruit V Shoujo, and you got a blue check mark and the V Shoujo logo, and this comes out.
Yep.
Like this does not make them look good whatsoever. But at the same time, it might be good for their talent to release this. So it definitely is a. It definitely should have been something that had the manager should have talked about, and I don't know if they did. Maybe they did, and they were like, you know what, let us look over it,
but
and then
okay,
you drop
so
it.
here's the other thing.
Uh,
Why only Kazon was forced to take down her tweets of support and stuff, and not their other talents that they were also supporting Fruit, because obviously Kazon was supporting Fruit on her tweet, but she was forced to take down the tweet. Why the others didn't get their tweets taken down?
It might have just been the wording of the response
yeah.
and
What
how
did
it makes
Kason say?
the talent itself. It might have been how it makes the talent themselves seem, or
Sure.
how something seems. It could simply just be the wording of it. Simple words of encouragement is, nothing wrong with that. I do believe Kason's response was a bit longer, a bit more detailed.
Okay.
I got it.
Um,
I sent it over here.
Oh, okay. We have the receipts, everybody. Let's check this out. Oh, damn, this is a big one. Oh man. Okay, let me pull this up.
Okay, right.
You
That's what I thought.
yeah. Um, everybody's being so nasty about this post. I just noticed it. Not getting the situation correctly, but I admit I have only read the first few pages of the document. Holy
Well,
shit.
all right.
Okay, bro, I'm not gonna read the rest of this. You guys definitely can, but bro, if she's gonna do something like that, yeah, she definitely should have like. Encouragement is one thing, like Chaotic said, but oh man, as one of Bishoujo, I have the right to slap her in the face if she did so. Yeah, bro, that's definitely not a PR ass tweet. I can see why they took it down. What did everybody else say?
Yeah.
Was it just encouraging? Was it just like, oh, we'll stand by you like
I do believe it was encouraging. I can where is the original tweet where you could just obviously see that?
That's the Coco I know. Yeah, that is Coco, bro.
Very, very impulsive.
Oh, I love the that was perfect coming from you, Mr. Corpo.
You get a lot of that in
That's true.
companies.
That's true. No, 100% that's true. Oh, but it's K-san, baby.
So
She got a
okay,
track
so
record.
let's say
What's up?
Chaotic, you are the CEO of Shoujo, and this comes in. Would you let it? Would you let it PR wise?
I think if you don't allow it, not only will the talent not see you as a good management, you may also just lose the talent in general due to you suppressing them. So I would allow this to go out, even if the immediate response maybe, perhaps there was no reassurance that everyone would look at Vishojo in a positive or negative light. I think it was the correct response to just let it go out.
It's definitely a hard response. Like every business person is going to look at this differently, right? If you care about your talents, definitely you should let them voice something, especially if it involves them like this. This involves Fruit. This is Fruit's life. yeah, let this out. But then if you look at like super corporate and all you care about is revenue, shares, and the stock going up, you would say absolutely not, and maybe even drop the talent because they're gonna potentially damage the brand. Like maybe a Niji Sanji would have said hell no.
Uh,
You know what I'm saying?
I mean
Okay.
the pro of
The pros and
V
cons are
Shoujo is
everywhere.
talent. I mean the pro of V Shoujo is talent first, right? That is what V Shoujo is about, right?
That's the ideal, yes.
But the con is this shit happens. Basically,
Yeah.
this kind of shit
When when you empower the talents, you're not empowering the actual brand of the company. You're just empowering the actual talents underneath you. And that could empower your brand, or it could go like this and potentially go sideways. It's a big risk, but you know, if Bishojo says they care about their talents, they definitely should let their talents express themselves, even if it might potentially affect their brand and their collaborations in the future, like 60 is stated in the comments or in the chat. It's a it's a big risk versus reward type of situation. Overall, I would say it is a net neutral until we get the boyfriend or husband side of the story. And if he shows some
I'm
receipts
looking.
like, oh, fruit actually abused me instead, well then, bro, Vishojo looks super bad.
that's gonna be
At that
If
point,
it's a
you
thing, if it's a thing,
the contract would, if that were to happen,
yeah,
I do believe the contract would most likely be terminated from
100%,
their end.
110%.
yeah.
But the damage would have been
I'm
done.
looking. Yeah, I'm looking at the responses from the original tweet of hers
Uh-huh.
from where she dropped the document,
Okay.
and yeah, it seems like
Can you
anyone
screen it?
that any yeah give hold on. Let's see, share my screen.
All right, so we have
Applications.
a lot of people over here in the.
So what were you saying? You were saying they're like they were more positive or supportive?
Well, it depends on the corporate side, non-corporate side. Random people.
Okay.
Do you see it?
Let me see. Let me pull
Let me
this
check.
up.
Let me check. There, yeah, there. Well, I have it. I have it on.
Yeah, can you
I have
like just
the.
send a screenshot or something because I can't just pull it up. I can see it right now. Personally, I see Kyo, right? But for the
They,
stream for the video because I don't
oh,
have
you
the
want me to
setting.
send a screenshot?
Yeah, like a screenshot would be fine, or just scroll down the list and just say some names.
Right. Yeah, I'll just go down the list. Like you have like random people like let's like saying like this person saying sounds like sharing pieces of yourself was the problem, and you are what's wrong with the world.
Damn.
Um, these are just like, random responses. They got a lot of traction, and then you have Michi also from Bishojo saying, I'm proud of you. You're strong and kind. See, simple responses, like I said.
I only have the big names
Way
on
things
my
were worded.
on my screen.
Quinn saying, "I'm glad you're in a better place now." Buff Pup saying you're so strong, Fruit. Simple responses like this.
That's totally fine.
I mean,
Like all from Vishojo,
so
and
over here I
that's the
have.
difference between their responses and Kayson's response,
Yeah.
and why Kayson was the one that had their tweet taken down.
I mean, I have over here Mousy. I have Quinn, Upcatty Cat, Bao, Matarakan, Hades.
But what are
Even
they saying?
Hades.
What are they saying?
Okay, so Iris is just saying that she's incredibly proud of her. Upcatty Cat is saying, "I'm so proud of you." Bao said, "We love you, Fruit."
Yeah.
Story that you felt this is. Matrakan say, "I love you." Proud of
Mhm.
having the courage.
So
Hades.
what it sounds like when it comes to like the VTube community and like the big people that are the content creators, they're all supporting Fruit. That's what it sounds like. And the
I
only
mean,
ones saying anything negative are just people on Twitter.
there is
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
there is like a hit list of the VTubers that that are supporting Fruit. Let me check the. Let me
I
look
do
for
believe
the.
60 in the chat is correct. Camila did get death threats in her DMs for supporting fruit.
That's
Which is,
wild.
I think that would be the blowback from this,
Yeah.
and why I don't think just any company would allow it to go through. If anything, they'll just take a different direction, still in support of the talent. But
I think so
things
as
like this
well.
things like this, obviously, as with Camila, could affect the surrounding talents.
Yeah. I
Not
mean,
just the company, but
yeah,
obviously.
100%. I mean, you have people that are so angry at fruit, they're willing to send threats to other people that aren't involved in the situation, but they're supporting somebody that they like online. Like, that's absolutely insane.
There's no exact win in a situation like this, because on the one end, you're in the like, let's say hypothetical, I'm a CEO of a company, a VTuber company. On one end, I'm suppressing my talent, not making them feel good. On the other end, I let them express, and it affects, it's possible it'll affect the surrounding people and the company. I haven't seen anything exactly towards the company, more so towards just other people in support of fruit.
Mm,
But those are the only two options you really have.
yeah.
So there's no exact win.
No,
Here.
they both come with their own flaws. Like, if you don't say anything, well, then you're not supporting your talent. And if you don't support your talent, well, how good are you
Okay, here it
with
is.
your company?
Here is the
All you
here is
can
the hit.
do.
Here's a hit list.
Whoa, don't say it like that, bro.
No, that's how everybody says it.
Well, I don't give a fuck what everybody else says. Don't call it a hit list on here. What the hell? A hit list means you're gonna hurt people, bro. No, you're crazy. What the hell?
Oh, yeah, there it is.
Every single
Yeah,
one who
there it is.
supported fruit. They have and this is not a hit list, bro. This is a anti list. This is people you don't like. This is not a hit list. Every single one who supported fruit and should be avoided. KhunShawn, Squan, Project Melody, Iron Mouse, Modern Quinn Bao, UC Surai, Cottontail, RPR, Buff Puff, Cinder, Michi, Amalie, Merryweather, Kuro, Kyo. And these are a lot of people that are established in the community. These are people that have
Right.
their own communities inside of the VTuber community. These are big names. The people that we just named off, a lot of them have over 100,000 subscribers. So that's crazy.
Yeah, basically.
That's absolutely
Think so.
crazy. So it's now like you have the entire community, not in the entire community, but you have the entire community that's creating let's say the producers. They're producing content for the community. They support fruit versus these other people. I don't know what they do. They might just be on Twitter 24/7 and that's all they do, right? These are the people against them. So if anything, I would place my bets with people that are actually creating stuff for the community versus people that are just consuming something on a third-party website, personally speaking.
Huh. But yeah, like it's a complicated topic, to be honest, because like I said, we only have one side of the story, to be honest.
Mm,
Right.
I need to see
I mean,
the other side.
yeah, I
need to
agree.
see it.
There has to be.
obviously there are receipts attached, so I mean we just have that to go based off of from her end.
But
These,
Everything else
yeah.
has been like crossed off. It's like it's entirely possible that these are just like not real, but these are all we have to go
Well,
based off
I
of.
wouldn't. I wouldn't
Let's
say they're
uh,
not real. I would say these are receipts that have been put together by somebody else. These aren't just receipts thrown out by a third party. So these could have been taken out of context, moved around, something deleted.
Well,
Anything could have been possible.
that's essentially what I mean.
Yeah,
It's just
I
like
know what you mean, bro. I just had to break it
misleading.
down. I had to break it down for everybody else.
Regardless, I always think things like these should
oh,
be
this
allowed
is
to go
Facebook.
through.
Yeah, I was gonna ask where this is coming from, but okay, this is Facebook archive. Okay.
At least if you have like good morals.
Morals are subjective.
If you're not solely about the company. If if you care about each individual talent, then you will let something like this through, and then beforehand you will have to let the other talents know, like, hey, this is gonna happen. There might be backlash.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
just give support as much as you can in these types of situations. That's all you can really do.
That's literally all you can do. You can't really do anything else. Everything else could end up being bad. So yeah, just tell everybody, hey, that's definitely something they should have did. Like, if especially if management looked over this before it went out, like, hey, Fruit's going through something. She's gonna put something online, and it might cause some type of issue, but don't worry about it. We're gonna take care of it the best of our ability. It's all you really can do.
Just show you care about them.
Yeah. Masashi, you have anything to add before we switch topics?
I don't think I have much to add. I just, like I said, I want to see the other side of the story.
Mm.
That's all I need because, like, my opinion is only based on one side, and I don't like that.
Yeah, no, I understand that, brother. All right. So that's the end of the fruit conversation and topic. Overall, there's not much we can really say is good or bad, true or false. It's just, and if anything, more stuff has to come out. And I personally don't want more stuff to come out because this is legitimately like their personal issue being dragged out to the public. But it is a
Yep.
conversation we have to have because it is involving a company and it is involving other talents now that there's a list of people saying, "Hey, don't support these other streamers and stuff like that." But I think that's everything. Everybody got everything out?
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. All right, our next topic. Today's podcast is sponsored by the Hollow membership. Join the Hollow membership, $2.99. You get Hollow videos for the rest of whenever I'm making them, forever, basically, for the foreseeable future. But yeah, go ahead, join the membership. I appreciate you guys watching the podcast so far. Let's continue to our next topic. Are you ready for your Oshis to graduate? Me personally speaking, yes, because I am the type of guy that just supports the person behind the character and the IP anyway. So if they go somewhere else, I'm right there. Like when Quinn left Niji Sanji when he was Kel, I was like, oh, sad, he's leaving. And then he showed up somewhere else and I supported him. When Nina Kosaka graduated and they showed up somewhere else, I supported them. So for me, it does suck because I know, like, yeah, the character, the IP, the history, and the relationships are gonna be completely changed after this. All you will have to look back on is what happened in the past, and there is no more future content for that Oshi. So I understand why people are so upset about it. But the question is not, are you upset about it? Are you ready for it? Me personally, I am. Masashi?
Base, you're putting me in the spot because I love Moonmate so much.
Yeah.
uh, I mean, I know it's gonna happen at some point. Like,
Yep.
I do know. I do know.
Mm.
When I think I'm ready, I just know, yeah, I am not.
What? Okay.
I
Chaotic?
mean,
Oh, yeah, go deeper. Go deeper if you need to, brother.
no, like,
Pause.
I mean, I know, like, I know who is. I'm not gonna disclose it. I know who is, like, uh, like her PL account. I know which one it is.
Uh,
I I do follow her, but I mean, wherever she goes, I will go. But yeah, like, Mume itself, it's like I know I'm not gonna be ready, even though I
uh,
think I am.
okay. Understandable. Chaotic?
I mean, this is something everyone knows when you're gonna be following just a content creator in general. Eventually, they will leave. Um, and I think all you can really do is just support them as long as they're there. There's nothing you can really do to prevent them leaving. Um, so I think it's just up to the individual person,
Hmm.
A lot of these like graduation type things, like they just pop up sort of out of nowhere. Just one day, it's just like everything's normal. Then the
Hmm.
next day, all of a sudden, you have the announcement that they're graduating, and you only have this certain amount of time with them.
Yeah.
So obviously, it can come as a surprise to some people. Obviously, it's come to many a surprise with the recent graduation of Aqua and the not really graduation, but just stepping back of Amelia Watson. Um, all of both were just kind of out of nowhere. Um, but yeah, I mean, all you can do is just support them as long as they're there. You know it's inevitable that they're gonna end up leaving. They can't just stay there forever.
True. Absolutely true. And this is like the second part of the question and the conversation. Um, at what point in time do you believe, like, hey, I am going to switch from watching, say, let's just say Hololive in general, right? Because the Oshis will graduate, and of course, there's going to be new waves. Like, there's Advent, right? There's Justice. There's these new people. But at
Yeah.
what point are you like, well, it's not the same Hololive anymore. It's not like back in the day. And I would say, hey, maybe it's not for me anymore. Do you think you can foresee anything like that happening for yourselves, Masashi, Chaotic?
Mm,
You want to go first?
I'll let chaotic
Okay.
because I need to accommodate some thoughts.
Okay.
Right. Can you trying to stick it into my head? Can you repeat what you said?
Okay. So, no, there's a lot of people that say, "Oh, I miss the old whatever. I miss the old Hololive. I miss the old whatever."
Right.
And eventually, it's no longer going to be the same Hololive you fell in love with. But do you think
Uh huh.
Hololive itself, let's just, yeah, we're just going to say Hololive specifically. You think you would still continue to enjoy Hololive for what it is, even whenever your Oshis graduate?
I think, well, again, it's up to the individual. I think I've seen a lot of concern about obviously different changes in Hololive that's gone throughout the years. The increase in like rules, rules and regulation, more restrictions, obviously for the talents. Many people don't like that,
Yeah,
even though it's an obvious necessity for a growing company.
100%.
Um, but some people are understanding of that at the same time. So it's up to the individual at the end of the day whether they can accept that or not. That's just how corporate VTubing uh, companies go. Um, me like me personally, like I've always seen Hololive as just something that's constantly evolving. Obviously, there has to be rules and regulations, otherwise talents and the company itself would get hurt. That's inevitable if you don't have rules and regulations. Um, it's definitely not the same Hololive that it was at the very beginning. Everything was very experimental, but it's just something that just keeps evolving, and it's depends on the person seeing. Can you accept that?
Mm. Masashi? I totally agree with what you're saying, by the way. Um, I actually enjoy that you were able to say, yeah, what you also personally enjoy about it. Masashi, are your thoughts together?
All right, so here's the thing, right? Let's first like put it like the example of Niji, right? I only have one Oshi there that is Petra, and like yes, I did enjoy the other talents clips and stuff like all the funny stuff like Mista and Kyo and stuff like that. But after all these bullshit happening over there, and like I don't think I'm gonna be supporting it, even though I have an Oshi there. Like in the moment, basically the moment Petra leaves, I'm gonna be like, okay, I don't care about Niji Sanji anymore. Like basically it's just like I'm following Petra to see uh, uh, what she has to say or
Uh,
what she shares and stuff. I see a couple clips sometimes of her.
mm,
Now moving to Hollow, where I have basically I have an Oshi on each gen.
yeah.
Obviously, I have Mume as my Oshi, but I don't think since I'm always ready to get an Oshi on each gen that comes. Uh, I don't feel like um I'm gonna be changing my opinion on I'm gonna like if for let's say uh the uh whole myth graduates, right?
Uh,
I'm gonna be like, oh, I miss myth, but and I'm not gonna be like, oh, I'm not gonna support Holo because there's no myth anymore, right? N- because I know that Hololive is always coming with a lot of insane talent, a lot of insane people that are insanely talented, and I'm like, okay, I know there's gonna be someone in this group is that is gonna be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna this is gonna be my Oshi, right?
yeah,
So I'm still gonna be able to enjoy Holo, even though some old stuff that I do miss are not there anymore, right?
yeah,
Um, so like for example, right now, um, like we have Amelia, right?
yeah.
Fun fact: Amelia is my myth Oshi.
Ooh. So how you
Fun
feeling?
fact:
You're not crying,
I
are
am
you?
sad. I am sad,
Uh,
but I'm still glad that at the very least we're still gonna have her around in one way or another, right?
yeah.
Like, um, so it's basically like she gave us a mat pad treatment, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So
Like,
overall,
yeah,
you'd say like you're still good, even whenever your favorite ones leave, you'll still be supporting like the company of Hololive.
yes,
Okay.
because they always come up with something good and new. So,
Mm. Do you ever feel or see because you guys, well, me and Chaotic's been watching around the same amount of time, but you guys are definitely more of the Hololive like the Hololive experts, I would say. Comparatively to me, you guys are like the Hololive experts, right? Do you feel that the Hololive community has like the same type of opinion, especially consider like the ones that have been around for a longer time? Like Masashi has been in the Hololive community for how long?
uh, basically 6, 7, almost 7 years, I think.
Yeah, 7 years. That's a long time.
Yeah, 7 years. Yeah,
That's a long time. So like do
yeah,
you like whenever you do like the community hangouts or online hangouts or whatever, do you feel like the community has the same type of idea like even if my favorite ones leave, they have so many good talents and so many good projects like we just saw Hollow GTA, right? They have so many good things that even if my favorite ones leave, I'm still going to support. Do you still see this or do you feel like there's those of course there's going to be unicorns that don't like change, right? But just
yeah.
in general, do you feel like the community itself is still just it's good to go whatever, even though like say Aqua, because she was leaving, correct me if I'm wrong, she was leaving because the company was changing.
Yeah, yeah.
So the company is going to continue to change, and there's going to be more people that decide, hey, maybe the company isn't for me. But do you still feel like the fan base itself, even if the Oshis graduate or leave, they're still going to hang out because of like the new talents that are amazing?
Yeah, because like I said, the community is strong and it is
Mm,
getting stronger and bigger because we all are getting all these collabs that are outside of the anime sphere. Like for example, baseball, like
mm.
Dodgers.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Like we are getting more people that are outside of the anime sphere that or the VTuber sphere. Hey, we have we have cute anime girls and stuff.
Yeah,
Some people
yeah,
were
that'll never change.
so like some people are gonna be like, oh, that's it. Interesting. I'm gonna watch some. There,
Hmm.
others gonna be like, I don't care. Right? That
Yeah,
that is the nature of expansion, right? That is the nature of business expansion, right?
absolutely.
So, I mean, I am no business guy, but I mean, it's I'm I feel like this kind of expansions that Hololive are doing are strategically very well done.
Okay, I agree.
Especially with the Hololive USA thing,
Yeah.
that is huge. So, yeah.
Chaotic, your thoughts?
I mean, basically the same thing. Um, you're always gonna have fans that are gonna want to leave due to changes, but then again, you're always gonna have fans that are gonna join in because of the great things that Hololive continues to do, not just in collaborations with the Dodgers or with the food chain or with a random bowling arcade, because we've seen
Oh
that.
yeah,
Bowling.
Um, yeah.
yeah.
But like just the content that they produce as well, as you have been reacting to
Hell
with the
yeah.
Hollow GTA, with the Innomatic project,
W plug.
just a lot of these things that they continue to do on a regular basis. All the merch they put out. So you'll always have new fans joining, regardless of fans leaving. Not every fan's gonna feel the same. Some are gonna uh, turn against the company just because they dislike uh, one thing. But you'll still have those actual fans there and new fans that are always incoming. So I think Hololive, is going about the right way, and has been going about the right way, and not just in terms of building their company, but also just talent management.
Mm,
Um,
100%.
so yeah,
That's really good to hear because honestly, like, even though I love watching the Hololive, I'm only watching so much because it's like the reactions and the clips, right? I'm not in the streams. Well, I'm rewatching like VODs, right? The Bibu Modern Warfare videos are coming out. Stay tuned. W plug. Thank you for the follow.
Yeah,
Anyways, sorry, LaPlus is laughing. I can't concentrate. Okay. But it's not that I fear that the change is going to affect anything. It's just very interesting to watch it. It's like your talents are graduating because the company is changing. And even though I personally think the change is good, how many people that have been there since the beginning, how many of them are going to keep thinking the same way until they eventually jump ship? And what is that going to do to the community having the older people leave, right? If Suisse graduate, or when Suisse graduates, how many of those people are going to stick around? Suisse's a beast. Her music's amazing, right? Whenever they do these concerts, the concerts are amazing, right? It is going to change, right? And then they're bringing in new talent that is amazing as well, right? Liz comes in. Liz is absolutely amazing as well. But Suisse has the history, and she's been there for such a long time, and that's what makes me ask this question: like, how many people are actually still okay with Hololive changing and expanding? I know we're gonna have new fans. What do the old fans think? That's what I also, personally want to know.
uh-huh.
If any of y'all know,
Um,
because that's like the JP side.
I mean, I think as for the majority, I think the old fans will be fine because even they know these things won't last forever. Eventually, one by one, they will end up leaving. As I said before, they're just not going to stay in the company forever.
Mm,
You know, there's a person behind the avatar. They're about to go live their own life eventually. They can't just continue doing the same thing, especially this type of time-consuming job.
100%, yeah.
yeah.
Um,
They're getting old, so
yeah,
Damn.
they'll oh,
I mean, facts, but
tag
I had
damn.
to say it. I had to say it.
Based.
shout out Marine. That's my Oshi.
Yeah, W Marine. But yeah, that's absolutely true. They are getting older, and this stuff does take a long time. Like, I can't even imagine. Like, you're gonna do GTA RP for a week, and then 2 days from now, you got to drop a new single.
Yeah, I mean, they're constantly working on things, behind the scenes, not even just about the streams, what they're gonna stream about, planning a week ahead, putting the schedule out. They also have, things behind the scenes, doing their homework, whatnot,
Yeah.
with different papers. Um, but yeah, I think, like I said, as for the old fans, I think they'd be just understanding. Obviously, they'd be sad. I think a majority of them would just accept it, move on, uh, find someone new. If they don't find someone new, just cherish what's still there, and keep the history in mind.
Mhm.
That's something you could always do. Is just remember back, just um, on what was, and you don't have to leave because of that. It's just a good memory to have while you're
Mm.
still supporting the ones that are there and the new ones that keep coming.
That's absolutely true. That's absolutely true. Well,
Yep.
it's good to hear that it's gonna be all right. And that's what it sounds like. Hololive is gonna be all right, and that's what I like to hear. Thank you, Bunny, for the lurk. I appreciate it. Shout out to Bunny. She be streaming. Okay, we got one more topic. Chaotic brought this one to the idea. The people that be hating. Thank you for the bits, Bunny. I appreciate it. The people that be hating on Iron Mouse. Let's talk about it, bro.
I mean,
Right.
isn't that like like an ongoing topic, and like every single month about random bullshit or something?
Mm,
Well, it's just like she recently became number one most subbed streamer on Twitch
Oh
congratulations.
yeah,
due
Congratulations,
to
Queen.
yeah, due
she
to her
surpassed Kai. That's huge.
right due to her ongoing subathon that's still going right now. She's on day 23 of her subathon.
That's big.
Currently at, let me check really quickly, 188,000
Damn.
um subs. So yeah, she is number one, and I recently, I think today or yesterday that I was looking on Twitter and just online, um, seeing that people were just hating on Iron Mouse and VTubers in general, but Iron Mouse obviously herself included, as she was in the spotlight for being number one.
Mm,
Uh, this has obviously happened before. She has hit number one before with a previous subathon.
mm.
Um, but yeah, people were just, I like to say normies because I mean they're just not involved with the VTuber community, that uh just like hate the topic of VTubers. They find it cringe, hate it, whatever.
Mm.
They can't accept this little pink girl on the screen surpassing literally everyone else on the platform.
I think that's a big conversation I also wanted to have on the pod as well. Like, you know, the idea that people just treat VTubers badly because it's different. Like, how long and how many more achievements do VTubers need to have and make before you start realizing, hey, they're a legitimate medium? Like, I don't get that. Like, you
Well,
number one on
it's
Twitch
because
for
they can.
many months, right?
They're yeah. Well, not many months. It was just like it's usually only when she has
No, no,
her
no, not Iron
subathon.
Mouse, but like, remember the most sub female
Oh,
was Pekora, right?
yes.
So like
Right.
that
Well,
VTubers after VTubers have been taking these not taking it, but like no, they've been taking these achievements and earning them at the same time. Fuck you talking about, bro.
yeah,
Facts.
yeah. Well, Pecora. What was Pecora? She was most watched on just all platforms. I think
mm,
most watched female streamer on all platforms
mm.
for that year. But what was I gonna say? I forgot.
Damn, that was a good comment though. Girls can show boobs and ass and get and not get canceled, and VTubers get canceled for winning.
Right. Oh, yeah. Like you said, they are taking over. As this is something we've already known just from uh YouTube
Didn't you make
stream
a
charts.
Didn't you make a reaction of Asmongold saying like why VTubers are dominating the space? I think you made a reaction of that,
I
right?
believe I did, but that was a while
Well, it
ago.
Yeah.
what he's. I'll summarize what Asmund said.
Mm,
I do remember that video. I think it's just it's the VTubers, forcing to, you have to judge them based off the personality instead of just looks, because females over anything, just in general, as streamers, will mostly be judged for their looks rather than their
100%.
personalities, and for males, it's the opposite way around. So when you have just VTubers, you can obviously you make your own avatar. You don't have to worry about the looks aspect, which is their what they're judged on the most.
Yes. You know what? That's absolutely an amazing that's an amazing damn acknowledgement. Like the ability to perceive that, like, yeah, that's absolutely true when it comes to streaming or content creation in general. Like, why are people watching female streamers? Well, 9 times out of 10, because they're hot. And then if their gaming is amazing, that's what makes you stay. But with VTubing,
Right.
it's you don't got to worry about them being hot because of course they're hot. Look at the model. Like, yeah, they can update it and get even bigger boobs, right? And if they're just good at
Yeah.
games, well, there it is. That's why
Right.
that's why they're winning. But
There's so much you could just do with VTubing, like the compared to just a regular female streamer as well. It's just besides what Asmund said, you can expand so much with this motto that you have. As we always see different models being updated and everything. 3D whatever.
yeah.
Turning it into different types of content that otherwise you couldn't with just flesh tubers.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Soon the 4D will come, and then there'll be holograms, and they'll be in your face. Yeah. It'll come. It sure will.
But recently, a little bit recently ago, Iron Mask had her YouTube channel terminated. Good thing that it's reinstated now.
Yeah.
But the fact that it happened is alarming, because not only is YouTube with Iron Mouse, but random VTubers in general on Twitch are being banned.
True.
With Shondo.
Yeah. Shout out to
He
Shondo.
keeps getting banned for whatever reason, really. There's just someone on the staff that doesn't like VTubers, and it just keeps happening to multiple of them.
I think
They
so.
keep getting banned and unbanned.
I think so. But that's, of course, at the end of the day, that part is speculation, but it does look obvious. Like, every time there's a VTube win, it's like it's trying to get phased out of the record books. Like, we were gonna have a pod on this. What was that company? They were like top 10 streamers or whatever, and they left out all the VTubers.
I was gonna bring that up. I was literally had it in my head.
Stream Hatchet.
Yes. Where they brought up the top 10 most watched females for this month of August at that time. And all of the replies were just, "Oh, you left out VTubers." They got the post got community noted being, "Oh, if you include VTubers, the top 5 are VTubers."
Yeah, they are.
Top 5, and they're all whole live VTubers, by the way.
Let's go.
All right.
Common hollow W, bro. It's common.
W flex. W.
But yeah, that's absolutely true,
Right.
and it's insane. Continue.
So yeah, there's many people obviously still opposed to the idea of VTubing, even though it's been around for many years. It's slowly getting traction, but not everyone will accept that.
That's absolutely true. Yeah, and that's the crazy part. I'm wondering how long it's going to take before it's just accepted.
I feel like for now it depends on the actions, because all we've seen, anytime we've seen mainstream VTubing, it mostly has to do with HoloLive and their expeditions.
Yeah.
So I feel like as long as those expeditions continue, slowly, more and more people will start to accept, the idea of VTubing in general.
Yeah, they're not aware yet. They're not there yet. We're ahead of them. We're ahead of the times. Yeah. I think. Masashi,
it can be a bit hard to understand. I know it definitely took me like a couple of days of watching them to like figure out what was happening.
Yeah, I mean the gap The best way I've always explained VTubing is like imagine a webcam, but instead of looking at you, it's looking at a character, and that's it. That's
Right.
like the simplest way to put it. But yeah, even that some people can't wrap their head around. So that's true. Masashi,
Yep.
your thoughts on
Mm,
when you think VTubers will take over?
I mean, okay, I'm gonna be real.
Oh, okay. I love to hear
Okay,
that.
I don't think they're gonna dominate per se,
Okay.
but they're gonna be up there.
Okay. Elaborate.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, elaborate. It does make sense, but elaborate.
Okay, so obviously, a lot. There we have like corpus like whole life like um taking over a lot of places and stuff. They're expanding and the yada yada yada, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So, but as long as there is like stuff like sports and politics and what else yeah, those two basically. As long as there's those two, those are like the most watched stuff overall. I uh I don't think VTubers are gonna top any of those. Like,
Obviously.
yes, what they can do is like doing something like what they did with the Dodgers, like trying to incorporate themselves some way, like with either merch or appearances or
Yeah.
like stuff like that. But that's like the extent of it
Mm-mm.
because
Well,
like yeah, then you McDonald's Pecora or something like that. Like yeah, but like they're gonna they're gonna do collabs, but at the end of the day, what is gonna be watched more, sports or VTubers? And
I don't think.
we see the numbers, like we see the numbers. Like I think Aqua got like like almost like a million viewers, live viewers. It almost got there, right? But how many
Yes.
millions of viewers are watching
A lot.
like the Super Bowl
A
or
lot. But
the NBA Finals? Like
yeah, yeah,
yeah,
but
that's
these are like huge, huge sporting events.
Yeah, you're going, you're looking at like something crazy. I don't think that's never been the immediate goal, ever. Um, it's literally just these collaborations that you're talking about the Dodgers with McDonald's, whatever. It's just about the recognition. That's what they're trying to gain
Yeah.
from the mainstream area. It's not about trying to outdo the Super Bowl or whatever. If one day that could be done, amazing. That's crazy. But
That
that's not the
is.
goal. It's just gaining recognition from mainstream, because as we know, VTubing has been niche and is still niche. It's slowly pushing itself into mainstream with these types of collaborations and gaining more recognition from the mainstream area.
hmm
Yeah.
but I don't think they're gonna dominate. They're gonna be up there, but they're
Well,
not
and
gonna
when I
dominate.
say dominating, I didn't even mean to that scale. I meant like the dominating in the internet type of meaning of domination. So like top 5 streamers, they're VTubers. I would say that's dominating the streaming game. You know what I'm saying? That's what.
Uh-huh.
So like
Yeah, yeah.
for
Okay.
them to be recognized for their domination was like the like what do you think that's gonna happen? Do you think VTubers will eventually, of course, I feel like eventually VTubers will become more respected for one, but for two, they'll just be more in the consciousness of people. More people will just be aware of what a VTuber is, regardless if it's Hololive or whatever. Like I think them just trying to push VTubers into the mind of people. Because if I say, do you know what baseball is? Like 9 out of 10 people on this planet know what baseball is. But if I say, do
hmm
you know what a VTuber is? Who fucking knows? Even though they have millions of views, who knows? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But yeah, that was the the conversation when it comes to that. That's a good conversation, bro. That whole conversation right there can be a legitimate, like, its own podcast. We could definitely spin off and do more there, but I don't want to hold you guys up because we are at our hour mark.
All right.
Also, I'm hungry.
Yeah. I'm hungry too, bro. But yeah, that is the pod. That were the conversations that we had. Amazing conversations. And thank you so much to my guests for coming here. Masashi, Chaotic, you guys are amazing. I appreciate it. We definitely
Thank you.
need to make this definitely like a weekly thing. I would love for this to be a weekly thing. Just have the conversation about VTubers in general and come up with more stuff. But yeah, thank you 60 for being in the chat. Remember, guys, you can watch these live on Twitch. I stream now. I've been streaming daily for like basically a week, so that's awesome. I'm not part-time no more, I guess, but we got more stuff coming, bro. We got more stuff. But yeah, I appreciate you guys being here. Thank you guys for watching. Masashi, you want to plug your Twitch?
It's twitch.com/Masashi Fukatsu. I think let me just well, you're gonna
Link in the description, bro. Check him out. He be streaming. Chaotic, you got anything you want to plug?
No, I'm just here, happy to join on a podcast whenever.
Yeah, it's fun. All right, thank you guys so much for being here. Everybody else, remember, join the memberships. You guys get so many Hollow videos instantly, and everybody else got to slowly trickle them out, especially whenever we get another amazing collab, whether it's Hollow GTA, Ian Recollections, or whatever. I'm down to check it out, and if you're down for watching it, you'll be watching it here, twitch.tv, or you'll be watching it in a video. But yeah, more pods to come. Appreciate you guys for watching. Hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, join the Discord, drop your videos, and we'll check them out. And until next time, I will see you guys when I see you guys. Peace.
Peace.